Hello. Happy, what is today, Thursday? Feeling compelled to pull a couple cards for you folks. See what comes up, see what Spirit wants us to be aware of, wants us to be in the know of. Cards are popping off of the deck. What do we got here? One little card popped out. Pull a couple more. We'll see what's going on. All right. So the card that popped out was the Knight of Swords reversed. We also have the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So the card that popped out, Knight of Swords reversed. So anytime a court card pops up, personality card, king, queen, knight, page, indicates to me a facet of your personality, a responsibility that you have, a job that you have, a role that you play. It's sort of the masks that we wear. It's Benji as a brother, Benji as a son, Benji as a whatever. So for the Knight of Swords reversed, the reversed part is what's interesting to me with this, because it indicates that you maintaining this position or keeping this hat on or keeping this mask on is somehow holding you back. That the reversed part of that card is like something is off about that energy. You either need to release the mask, take a step back, take a step down, or you're making yourself stay in one position when you should have been further ahead, or you should have pushed yourself into something further. With the Knight of Swords, what that sword element talks about, again, that's the element of air, so this is a lot to do with the mental realm, the communication, the talking, the stories, the logic, the black and white, the ultimatums, the calculations, the truth, the honesty, the cutting through the bullshit. And the Knights typically are that middle ground between true youth and like student scholarship, and not quite having made your way into the royals of the Queen and the King, where you're not in charge of anything yet, but you're also not a know-nothing. So the Knights have this nice wiggle room to explore, to experiment, to play. With it coming up reverse, though, like I was saying, there's an indication that you're either sort of experimenting too much, you're exploring too much, and it's time to take a step back, take a step down, and sort of just take in information, just observe, just learn, just ask questions as opposed to doing, or light a fire under your ass, kick it up a notch, and take on more responsibility, make more choices, take more action. But this reversed feature is saying like you're holding yourself in a place where it no longer serves you. It's past that expiration date. Move on, move up, get out. Staying here though is holding you back. Ten of Pentacles. This is a great card. Tens are always sort of like the ending, that end cap, that capstone. With it being the Pentacles, the thing I always like is like the generations we see. We see like an old man, a grandfather, the kids, the dogs, the children, this orchard, this estate that this family has grown over years. And so that's what the Ten of Pentacles is. It's the idea that it's the payoff. You've planted the seed, you've tended your crop, you've tended your garden, and it's grown into this vast estate that you're then able to rely on and relax in and pass on to those around you. So it's, to me, this is like, if you can make a shift out of this stuck place, this is what's available to you, that you're moving on to production and prosperity and abundance. Obviously wealth. The other thing I like about the Ten of Pentacles card is that it just sort of infuses the scene, that no one's really holding the pentacles. No one's got them in their pocket. They're just sort of like littered throughout the atmosphere. So to me, that's sort of the mental shift where having possession of wealth or having possession of money or abundance stops being an issue, where you just sort of let it happen, where you just let it imbue your world around you. It becomes less important to have a grip on it when you trust that it's just there. And then finally, we have the Six of Cups. So sixes are rebalancing cards. They're returns a lot of the time. In here, we see two children just sort of whatever, playing pretend or playing tea party almost, exchanging cups back and forth. So there's a tremendous sense of innocence here, a little bit of vulnerability. Cups being the suit of the emotions, of the heart, of happiness, of joy, but also of sadness. But the Six of Cups here, it's just sort of like a sweet little image, that idea that maybe you're returning to relationships that you haven't paid as much attention to, relationships from your childhood or from your past. If you're not returning to legitimate relationships, it's that idea of just returning to your childhood self in a way, of like rebalancing those emotions. We can get very wrapped up in modern contemporary times and whatever, online dating and jobs and taxes, and the Six of Cups is a nice reminder to, like, we were all kids at one point, we all played pretend, we all had tea parties, we all poured mud in a cup and put sticks in it. So find a moment today or the next couple days where you can sort of check in with yourself. So again, just to recap, Knight of Swords reversed is saying it's time to move on or move up or move out, that holding yourself in this position is no longer serving you. Ten of Pentacles, by releasing that energy, it's going to make it easier for you to access this sort of wealth and prosperity and abundance that imbues your atmosphere, as opposed to you having to think it or work it. And then finally, take some time or find a moment where you can reconnect with relationships from your past, or connect with your inner self, where you can find that little bit of make-believe or little bit of pretend or little bit of childhood innocence. Hope that helps. Again, if this resonates with you, if something popped into your head or a message that I said resonated with you, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time.